Hi, and thank you for joining us again today in the Kitchen with
Christian.
and Nancy. And for today's recipe, we want to showcase a recipe that is, well, I don't know about you, but for me, it brings back those memories of my childhood, baking in the kitchen. I don't know if you all are aware, but fall is upon us.
Yay.
Okay, fall 2024.
Finally.
Yay. So again, we start with the baking recipes, aromatic recipes with our pumpkin spice recipes and sweet potatoes, cinnamon, nutmeg, all of those rich flavors, right? So in today's recipe, we're going to showcase, sweet potato pecan pancakes.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
have you ever tried them?
No, never. This is gonna be my first time.
Good, good. This is a really, really sweet recipe. Well, sweet, I mean, as far as like sweet, kind, loving, nurturing, but it's also sweet, naturally sweet and nutritious. The sweet potato, in case you all don't know, I wanted to also highlight something. We wanted to showcase a recipe that was, in relation to September, the month of September. I don't know if you know, Christian, but September is National Potato Month.
Oh, well. Is that
So-
a thing?
Yes. So
Well, happy potato month then.
yes, happy Potato Month. Happy National Potato Month, everyone. So unfortunately, we did not have a recipe that had potatoes, right, that we could showcase today. But we found its cousin, a sweet potato, relatively close.
same thing.
And maybe, yes, and we'll make it a little bit more fun, right? So we're doing the sweet potato pecan pancakes today, all right? So I just wanted to mention that to everyone. So for today's recipe, let's go over the ingredients, Christian.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
here, it does call for cooked, roasted sweet potatoes. As you see here in this bowl, these have been cooked in an air fryer on the potato setting, right?
Yeah.
On the potato setting. But if you're like me, I like to use the oven a lot. It does recommend also, or another option, excuse me, is you can use the microwave. I'm not a real fan of the microwave,
No, not
only
really.
because it's not even cooking, right?
Yeah.
So I use the oven a lot. So if you're going to use the oven, if you don't have an air fryer, that's fine. Don't panic, or don't stray away from this recipe or trying it out. Use the oven. The oven you can use at 400 degrees. And you can cook them 30 minutes, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour. It depends on the size
Depending
of
on the
your
size,
sweet potatoes. Again, it calls for medium potatoes. So as you see here, this one's a medium, this one's a smaller size. The only reason why we have a couple of them here because it does call for about a cup, which you see here. I think by the looks, so I think we're gonna go with the larger one.
Yeah, I believe
right?
so. Mhm.
Okay, and we have them here because we want to show you how to scoop that pulp out and use it to blend it, okay? So we have the sweet potatoes here. It also calls for all-purpose flour. If you are gluten-free, gluten intolerant, you can also use almond flour, oat flour. But for today's recipe, we're sticking to what it asks for, which is the all-purpose flour, as you see here, and it calls for 2/3 cup. Okay? It does call for whole eggs or 2 eggs. We have 2 eggs here. You can use pasteurized, cage-free, organic, whatever you like. We use just regular large eggs. Okay. For our dry ingredients here, we have cinnamon. It does call for half a teaspoon or one teaspoon. I went ahead with the higher measurement because I like cinnamon.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, a little bit more cinnamon doesn't hurt. We have baking powder here. I opt for the aluminum-free baking powder. I don't know
Okay.
if you've seen that, only because it's healthier, but whatever baking powder you have at home, you can use. For the liquids here, we have milk. We chose whole milk. It does call for half a cup to 3/4 cup of milk. A tip that I want to offer you on this is always start whenever you're doing like a dough, always start with the lesser amount. Why? Because it's always easier to add more to the batter than to take away. You don't want it too liquidy, and in this case we're making pancakes, so you don't want it too liquidy on your griddle, or else it won't keep the shape of a pancake,
Yeah,
right?
of
It'll
course.
be kind of,
So checking the consistency little by
Exactly.
little.
Right, and so we can add. So we're going with the lesser amount here. We have the 4 ounces, which is half a cup of the whole milk. We have vanilla extract. I hardly ever measure my vanilla extract. I just kind of throw a splash in there. But this one does call for half a teaspoon
Yes.
to 1 teaspoon. It also calls for 2 tablespoons of canola oil. We did stick to the recipe, the exact oil that it calls for, but whatever oil you have at home, if you have olive oil, avocado oil, vegetable,
coconut.
anything, yes, feel free to use any oil you have at home. Again, remember, we always say what? make it your own, right? So, and it does call for pecans, because of course that's the name of the recipe, but it's optional, especially if you or your kids have a nut allergy, then go ahead and omit your pecans. But we're going to double up because we're going to add it not only to the batter, but we're also going to dress it at the end. And we used pecans, but you can use almonds, you can use walnuts, okay, macadamia nuts, whatever you like, you can use in this recipe. All right, so those are the ingredients. So let's go ahead and cover the equipment, the utensils. Of course, as you can see here, we have lots of glass bowls here for visual purposes, so you can see very well. We chose to go with the clear glass. We have a whisk. We have a spatula here so we can turn our pancakes on the griddle. We have another small spatula here. Our measuring cups, this is 1 cup measuring cup, and this is 1/4 cup. The reason why we have the smaller ones, we're gonna ladle the batter onto the griddle, okay? We're gonna use that to make the size of our pancakes, all right? And we have a couple of extra spoons, gloves, of course. We have our griddle here. The setting for the griddle, it calls for medium to high heat. So I've set it at between 325, maybe 350. We're gonna kind of play with it, see how long it takes to cook these pancakes. We are using aerosol spray. We have olive oil spray here, but if you don't have spray at home, don't stress. Use the same canola oil with maybe like a napkin, so it won't be so much, or maybe a little bit of butter. Okay, I like butter with my pancakes,
Yeah,
but
me too.
vegan, plant-based butter, but I like it. So anyway, so I think that's it for all the equipment and tools. I think we're ready.
We're ready.
So if you're ready, let's go ahead and put on our gloves.
So what do you need help with?
Probably to hand me over the ingredients.
Okay.
Again, like we've always mentioned before, if you're a fan of our videos or you've seen us before, which I hope you have, we always mention to include your kids in the kitchen with you. Mom or dad, involve the kids. Of course, with safety, right? Like in this case, we have this recipe that calls for a hot griddle or like you say in Spanish, a comal. Be careful not to allow your kids to get too close to that because it is hot. But anything else they can help you with mixing or handing over the ingredients, they always feel proud to help mom and dad,
Of course, always with your supervision.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna start with the sweet potato. We're going to put it in one bowl first. So I'm gonna, here, let me just get my hands in there.
Sounds good.
And I'm probably gonna use this one here.
Okay.
So this is the, as you can see, I kind of feel bad. I was telling Christian because I'm a fan of sweet potatoes. Whenever I order sweet potato with my meals like at a restaurant, I like to eat the whole potato, including the skin, which is high fiber.
Yeah.
But in this case, the recipe doesn't call for the skin, so we're gonna have to remove it. So this
But it's
is
up to you if you wanna use it.
This is
Feel
very
free to.
cooked. So look, I don't even have to scoop it out. This is probably the consistency you want to cook it to. This is very easy. Wow, I don't even have to scoop it. So if it's this cooked, awesome, you did great. It's gonna look a little messy, but see, I didn't even have to scoop it out. Basically, I'm just peeling the skin right off, which is awesome. Oops, I had to leave a little bit. I don't like to waste any food, but okay, I'm just gonna put that. What do you think? It looks like this is a cup.
Yes, I think so.
So, okay, I'm just gonna break it up a little bit here. Oh, very cooked. It smells good too. Okay, so that's about, I mean, that's quite a bit of sweet potato. So no, we're not even gonna use the other one, right, Christian?
No, I think that's fine.
Okay, so we have the sweet potato here. Next, we're gonna come in with the eggs, okay? I usually like to whisk my eggs beforehand, but today we're just gonna go, I mean, you can even do one at a time if you want. I'm just gonna go in with both. That's why I said make sure your sweet potatoes are very, very cooked, because you're gonna feel that it's very easy to mix. And you won't get so clumpy, right? See how it's not being very clumpy? So I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
If you have a little bit of clumps, it's okay. It's no big deal. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Do you want to keep mixing?
Of course, right now because of the video, we need
Right.
to
But
speed it up. But if you're in your house, just take your time and mix it really,
You're welcome
really
to
well.
mix some more. But okay, this is about,
think it's good,
okay?
yeah.
And we're gonna set it aside, so if you wanna put that here
Yeah,
for you?
of course.
Okay, and now, I made a mess with my gloves, but hand me over the,
Let me do this.
yes, let me clean my hands. Well, no, I'll
Okay.
just stay like that.
All right, so
That's fine.
we're gonna do the we're gonna use the flour with all the dry ingredients.
Baking powder.
The baking powder, we're gonna add it right here,
Right.
and then cinnamon. And we're gonna mix it all together, okay? All the dry ingredients.
You want me to whisk it?
Yeah, sure.
Remember, it gets messy in the kitchen. It's fun.
That's the fun part, actually.
And I am making a mess. You just want it to be incorporated, right? So it smells nice. So it seems like it's good here. It's blended enough. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna need you to bring back the sweet potato blend.
Okay.
And now we're gonna add the flour to the sweet potato. And a little at a time. So you wanna scoop a little bit?
Yes.
Just do like half. You're splashing. And kids like this because they like, oh, they get messy. They like that.
I believe that is what most they enjoy, right? The mixing part.
Yes, I'm gonna go in a little bit more. Awesome. I think that's perfect.
Oh, it smells good, eh?
Yes. And it looks a little dry here, don't stress. We're gonna go in with the liquid ingredients in just a bit, okay? So it's not gonna look like this. You wanna get on the edges there, just a little bit, yeah. You want the whisk or we wait till the liquids? It's up to you.
I think I'm okay with
Okay. So just try your best. It's coming together. I wanna get the edges. We're gonna come out with ghost eyes after this. It's fun. Halloween is coming. I think that's good. We'll just keep mixing. We'll add more of the liquids.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go in, now that you have your sweet potato incorporated with the flour mixture, as you see here. I wanna go a little bit more in the bowls. Yeah, I'm just kinda going there. Okay, we're gonna go in with the milk.
Okay.
And again, we're starting with the 4 ounces, right? So let's go a little bit. Let's mix it. Just be careful. I think you can use a whisk now.
Okay.
Can you use a whisk?
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you work. Let's put Christian to work. There you go. Perfect. Let's go a little bit more.
And I believe the most important here is just
Kinda eyeing it.
continue checking
Yeah.
your consistency, right?
We don't want it too liquidy, right? Because or you won't have a pancake. You'll have, let me see, it's still kind of thick. We'll go in a little bit more. Remember, we still need the oil. Let's put it on.
Okay.
We still need the oil. What do you think? Hope we didn't over.
No, right
You
now.
have the spatula?
Yes.
Here. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Let's make sure with the whisk. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
So now you can see, kind of like
Mhm.
perfect. Okay. Now we still need the vanilla
Vanilla.
extract. I would have added probably more than
Okay.
that. And now we're going in with the oils. You can keep whisking as you're
Okay.
adding.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay. Wow. We're getting a workout here today, okay? You're working out your shoulders. Let me see, let's see the consistency.
With the-
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
I think this is perfect.
Okay, so that's that. Now, the pecans, I don't know if you wanna, they're already kind of chopped, but so you won't have too big pieces in your batter.
Okay.
You wanna chop them up
yeah,
just
sure.
a little bit, and I'll just keep mixing here a little bit. Again, your kids can also help with this. Again, they can be in here and mixing and having fun with you in the kitchen, okay? Now, it does call only for cinnamon. You can add nutmeg, cloves, pumpkin pie spice. Yeah, that looks good. Again, omit these if you're allergic to any kind of nuts, any nut allergy. But for those of you that aren't, you're welcome to use it here like we are, okay? So here is the consistency. As you
That
can
looks
see.
nice.
Yeah, it smells nice. And remember, you want to blend really well. A lot of people are afraid to whisk too long, but another tip I want to offer is when you do whisk enough, you're incorporating air. So what does air do in a finished baked product? It fluffs up the pancake. So you want to, awesome. I think I'm having too much fun. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put this aside and get messy. You want me to ladle it or you do? Well, I'm gonna use a spoon.
Okay.
So now we have the griddle here. I think it's ready. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this spray. A little bit more. No. And we're gonna put it on here. This is about 1/4 of a cup. If you want to measure it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Sometimes I don't, if I may confess.
Just of course to measure the portion size, just make sure it's a small pancake.
Right, a small pancake, small enough. So like in this case, and what I do is I usually just kind of circle it there. They're kind of small. And I don't hear any sizzle. I wonder if it's hot enough.
No, I think it needs to be higher.
It started at 350. I'm gonna have to increase it. So, I mean, that happens. You just kind of have to play with it and see what.
Yeah, and at this point we just need to check that it's getting brown in the bottom, right? Before we flip it.
Don't be afraid for this part. You can always reshape it. I kind of. Oh, now I hear the sizzle.
Also for kids, if you want to make it a little bit more fun, if you have some shapes that you can use in the kitchen, so you can shape your pancakes like maybe stars, hearts, right?
I hope this is.
Is it working? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think it was hot enough.
All right. Well, in the meantime that we have our pancakes, let me tell you the nutritional values for this recipe. So for all the ingredients that we use right here, which is all of this, this is gonna give us 6 portions in total. Okay, so more or less for 6 persons, so 6 people. Each portion is gonna give us 175 calories, 20 grams of carbohydrates, 5.2 grams of protein, and 8 grams of fat. But the most important in this recipe is that we're gonna have a lot of micronutrients because of the sweet potato. We're gonna have a lot of calcium, iron, and fiber. Also,
lots of calcium,
of course,
right?
of course, we're using the milk. Right now for dress up, we didn't mention that, but at the end we're gonna add a little bit of more, a little bit of Greek yogurt, which is gonna boost our protein and is gonna add more calcium.
I also wanted to add something is that this recipe does not call for added sweetener. Have you noticed? Again, the sweet potato is sweet, and like Christian just mentioned that we're adding the Greek yogurt. It is vanilla flavored, so it is sweet. And we're adding some strawberries and bananas, which add even more sweetness. But if most of you have a sweeter palate, right, and you do want to add some sweetener without having any guilt, you can add monk fruit blend, or you can add agave syrup, or maybe even maple syrup, if you like. So make it your own again. But again, I guarantee you, because I've tried these before, and there's no need to add any sugar.
Any sugar? Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if this is going to be.
Well, in the meantime, then let me get prepared with the dressing ingredients.
Ooh, it looks nice.
So I'm gonna cut a little bit of banana slices.
I think I'm gonna flip them, Christian.
Okay.
I think it's ready.
Go ahead.
I know we usually wait for having like a little bit of bubbles, but I just don't want it to burn. It looks already kind of pretty golden on the other side, so here we go. Don't judge me on my flipping here.
Why?
Well, there.
They look
that's fine.
nice.
Yeah, I think it. Oh, good.
I think that's enough.
All right. Ooh. I was afraid there. I was afraid it wasn't hot enough.
And the reason that we didn't mention what we're gonna use for to dress our plate is because remember we always say make it your own. So whatever fruit that you have in your house, you can use it, or whatever is your favorite fruit, you can use it as well on top of your pancakes.
Blueberries, raspberries, whatever you have.
Mango,
It's awesome.
peaches.
Now, instead of the I don't know if you mentioned it, Christian, but if you don't have Greek yogurt, if you have cottage cheese, and if you like cottage cheese, that's also another high protein food item that you can try.
Yes.
That's really good too. So feel free to do that. I think these are ready.
All
I know
right.
it says about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But for our show purposes, I think we're gonna flip them a little bit sooner. Don't worry, we won't let anybody get sick. And I think we're going to, where do you want them, here?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so this is the first one. It smells nice. The second one.
All
Oh, how
right.
pretty. Okay, I'm gonna lower this now.
And the last part, just
And
use your
down.
imagination, whatever you want to add up. For this time, we're gonna add a little bit of Greek yogurt.
Okay, hold on. I wanna add some more cinnamon.
I knew it. I knew it.
Let's add some more cinnamon. Just, it looks really pretty.
Yes, the cinnamon lover.
Cinnamon,
There you
cinnamon.
go.
Do, do, do.
And I don't know if you have seen in fancy restaurants, you can add a little bit in your plate.
Okay, we're getting fancy now.
Just
Okay,
to-
add
to
the
make it look
strawberries
nice.
and add the bananas.
All right.
Because I want to taste it already.
You're ready?
Yes.
Okay.
That looks really pretty. Maybe your kid may want to do like a face or something like that,
Yeah,
right? With the
of
bananas.
course.
Just let them play with it. It's fine.
How's that?
Wait, that's so pretty.
And
All
maybe
right.
just the last,
And now,
the final touch.
maybe some over here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's our final product.
I have my fork. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I have it ready. It looks very
I have my
nice,
fork
actually.
ready.
I don't want to eat it.
Well, I do. Scoot over then.
Okay, let's
Okay,
try
I'm gonna
it.
try-
Go,
well, let me
go
see.
ahead, ladies first.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be shy. I'm gonna get a small piece.
Oh, come on.
All right. Well,
All right, then let me. One
I didn't get a
with-
strawberry.
I didn't get banana.
Okay.
All
Ready?
right, ready?
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
It's nutty. And sweet potato? I mean, there's no need for sweetness. Trust me.
It's delicious. It's a perfect recipe right now for fall, for the season. I'm pretty sure your kids are gonna love it. And
Oh, I was gonna get another bite.
she's ready to finish it all. All right, but you just remember, if you're liking this recipe and many others that we have done before, you can go to texasweek.org to find the complete recipe, right? But for easy access, you can find the link right here in the details of this video. For the same reason, please don't forget to give us like and get all the notifications every time that we do a new food demo.
Right, right. Thank you so much for being here today. And one thing I want to mention is, like, again, it's really, really good. We hope
Yes,
that you
it is.
try it soon in your kitchens with your kids. It's really good. Hot chocolate or maybe a cup of coffee. But
I will go for coffee.
I highly recommend it. It's really, really good. Thank you so much again for being here with us, and we hope to see you again in our next video. And yeah, thank you so much.
See you next
Have a
time.
great
Bye-bye.
rest of your day.
Thank
Thank you,
Lindsay.
Christian. Okay, I'm gonna dig into this now.
Go ahead.